your eye on at the start of the season?
Well, every year we have a new rule or some kind of change in the officiating that affects how games are played and called. So it's something to watch for.
And now Indiana's starting group. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward position. 6 to shoot. Nembhard for 3. That shot off. Now Randall. Outside McDaniels. And the 3 off target. Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anyone.
Now here's Edwards. McDaniels passes to Randall. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Pass to Siakam. Jackson with a screen on Randall. Siakam finds Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Three-pointer, Halliburton. And Indiana misses again. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Back to Randall. Here's the 3. McDaniels can't hit. For Indiana, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. So nice passing by Indiana here. Pass to Halliburton. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. From downtown, Halliburton, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Nembhard against Edwards. Now Gobert. McDaniels a screen. Randall, pass to Gobert. Up and in on the layup.
Too much. Rudy Gobert can take a lot of contact down low.
Outside Nesmith. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Fires in the triple.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Edwards against Nembhard. Left side, Edwards. Outside Conley. Shoots over Halliburton. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That's the end of the first quarter. And not much scoring. It remains close. It's Minnesota leading by a point. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Dillingham. And it's Shannon in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves, but there remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Here's Shannon. Randall, good. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
Yes, we've seen the range from Randall, but at his core, he's a big who excels around the hoop.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards comes in for Dillingham. Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. And it's already hard enough to play D in this league. Some people feel that traveling has gotten out of control, Coach.
Well, I don't know if it's gotten out of control, B.A. I think the referees do a pretty good job on traveling. I think what's important for the referees is they have to be able to determine which travel calls gain a guy an advantage and which ones you could let go because they have no effect on the call.
Connects from downtown.
You got to give Gobert credit. He's really worked on his passing. Nice job getting it out there.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. You know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Now here's Halliburton. Outside from McConnell. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
I just love the ball.
Pacers trail by 9. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Siakam finds Halliburton. Over Edwards. The Pacers again can't hit.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Emphatic finish by Randall. I love when he's forceful around the hoop.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to specific matchups and style of play. Sometimes you have a difficulty with a team that shouldn't be on your level.
Pacers making a change here. Halliburton on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. Will it go? Stolen by Conley. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's Edwards. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Back after this.
These are return takers from the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll.
A look here now at Minnesota. Couldn't have had asked for a better start. I love the focus and they're determined.
Come on.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Timberwolves.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, you can turn misses into makes. That's found money.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. One of the stories here, Julius Randle. He is getting it done today.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And here's Randle. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. And it's Nesmith in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Halliburton. Over Conley. Halliburton, no good. When it comes to Randle, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randle's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
McDaniels can't hit. Pacers trail by 13. Siakam in the post, guarded by Edwards. And there's Siakam. That one's good on the assist from Halliburton. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Outside McDaniels. Randle against Siakam. Gobert with a screen on Siakam. For three, Randle. Minnesota again missing.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Nesmith passes to Siakam. Now Halliburton for three. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Nembhard against McDaniels. Pass to Randle. Inside. Strong finish by Gobert.
What a slam by Gobert. He's solid getting positioning inside and using it to his advantage.
Siakam outside. Jackson with a screen on Randle. Siakam for three. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 13. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Edwards can't hit. Pacers trail by 13. Outside Nesmith. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Halliburton, good.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
Edwards looking it over. Gobert with a screen on Nembhard. Edwards for three. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's Minnesota in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randle and Gobert are in the middle. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's McDaniels. Here's Randle. Gobert inside. Nesmith covering. And And it's Gobert in the comfort zone.
Well, given how tall and lengthy Gobert is, it makes sense why he looks to score inside. Nice bucket there.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Conley. Now Randall. Gobert with it. Now Conley. Here's Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Pacers trail by 15. Outside Neesmith. Now Siakam shoots a 3. Oh, it's off. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Here's McDaniels. Now Edwards. Let's loose for 3. Siakam there for the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Timberwolves.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Rudy Gobert.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Oh, it misses. 43 seconds left in the final quarter. And here's McConnell. Here's Bradley. From downtown. Not that time. And here's Minnesota now. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
So it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A competitive game, you have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game.